Here's the thing, your audience, they don't care who or what mastered your track. What they want is to listen to a great song. So focus on making a great song, and you can continue to learn how to do mastering on your own, or if you don't have the time to do that, Landr Mastering in the Landr Studio gives you unlimited masters. This isn't a sponsored video or anything like that. This is just something that I use quite often, and I just wanted to go through the workflow of using Landr Mastering. Plus, I'm going to give you some tips to get the best masters out of Landr Mastering, so how to prepare your tracks for it. Now, let's jump in and have a look. So in your Landr Studio, you're going to want to go to the mastering tab right here, and you can see I have quite a few masters that I've done over the years, and this is just one folder. Then you're going to want to go to new. So I click new, master, then you just find the track that you want to master, load that up in there, and then this can take from 30 seconds to a lot longer, depending on how long the track is that you want to master in. That's going to be my first tip here, is the song length. Now you can download the pre-master tips checklist. It's a free PDF on my website. I'll link to it down below. But one of the first things is the file size, or the length. And most of us aren't going to be hitting those maxes, but there's some people that want to put big, long, lo-fi songs together that they can upload and people can listen to in the background, things like that. So you might encounter this, but for Landr Studio, the max file size is 4 gigabytes and 2 hours in length. And that's for wave masters. If you're doing MP3, then you can have up to 5 hours. And most of us are not going to be getting to that, but there are some of you out there that will. So it's good to know. And it gave me something to talk about while this was doing the master preview. So you can see now it says master preview ready. I will click on that, and it's going to give us our master preview here. What I'm going to do is click on the volume match, because the original will be quieter than the mastered version. So to get a better idea of what it's doing, we'll just do volume match. And you can also see there's some options down here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to master with the warm, and then I'll do another one with balanced, and then another one with open. And I'm going to leave the loudness at medium for all of those. And then we can compare all of them to the original in my DAW afterwards. But right now, let's just have a listen to balanced medium. Marching along to the drums of war. What are we gonna do when no one wants to listen? And what are we gonna say to break through the noise and confusion? Shouting from the stars, more questions than answers, confused about where we are. How the hell did... All right, so you can hear there's a difference when I switch between the styles. And if we look here, it gives you a little bit of a definition of each one. So warm is vintage warmth with softer compression for thick, smooth sound. Balanced gives you controlled with focus on balance, clarity, and depth. And then open gives you modern open sound with emphasis on punch and presence. So that gives you an idea of what each one is doing or what they're aiming for. Another option you have here is a reference track. So if you had a track in mind when you were working on whatever song you're working on, and you want it to kind of have the same sort of sound, you can upload a reference track, and then you would go in there and you would upload the reference. Or you could also use a previously mastered track. So if you're working on an album and you want all your songs to kind of have the same sort of sound to them, then you could just easily click on reference, and then you can find one that you've already mastered in there. Lots of options, but for right now, I'm just going to start with the balanced one. I'm going to create master. And what you do on this screen will depend on what it is you want to do and the level of Landr Studio membership you have. So with any of the membership levels, you get unlimited MP3 masters. With the standard level, you get 36 wave masters a year. And with the pro level, you get unlimited MP3 wave and HD wave. So I'm just going to use HD wave here because I do have unlimited of that. If you didn't have the unlimited wave and you wanted to save those for your official release, you might want to first master as an MP3 And then that way you can listen, hear what it sounds like, and you can make any adjustments needed. And then your final version, you can commit to a wave. But of course, that's up to you and how you want to do it. So I'm just going to click continue here. And again, it can take anywhere from like a minute and up, depending on how long and how big the file is that you're working on. So that gives me some time to talk about the next tip I want to give you for mastering in Landr Studio, and that's the file type that you start with. So you want to start with the best possible file before you go to mastering. So when you're doing your render or your export, make sure you're exporting a WAV file, or if you're on a Mac, you can use AIFF, and these are your non-compressed audio files. So what you're hearing is what you have. With MP3, they're compressed, and it's not the best audio quality going into your master. It's good enough just to listen to let your fans listen to, but starting with your master, you want a WAV or an AIFF. And now a very important tip about your audio before you export it for mastering or for anything is to make sure that nothing is clipping, especially your master bus or mix bus. You don't want any clipping, and that's when you see the track starting to go into the red. So how do you prevent it from clipping? If you have a loud rock song with lots of tracks, or a loud any type of song with lots of tracks, or even a few tracks, it's just a loud song. How do you prevent it from clipping when you're adding all those tracks together? Well, you start with your tracks being at a low level. So I like to start with my kick drum, and I usually aim for around -12 dB. It can be anywhere from -16 to -10, depending on the track that I'm working on. So start with your kick drum and set that level, and then start to add more and more tracks as you go. And starting with your tracks at a lower level gives you lots of headroom for adding other tracks in there and for mastering and adding other effects and doing all kinds of stuff. You want to start with those low levels, and then when you do things like mastering or your final mix down, you can bring up those levels using a limiter if you want to. But I'll show you what I mean here by clipping. I'm just going to turn my headphones right down. All right, turn my headphones right down for this, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So if I increase this, you can see it's going into the red there, and that is clipping. Now I'm just going to bring that back. If you are clipping on your master track or your mix bus, don't just use your fader to bring the level down until it's not clipping, because it does mean you have some issues somewhere with things being too loud. So go back into your mix and start lowering the level of certain things. And if there's something that needs to stand out more and you're needing to really boost the level, maybe you actually just need to EQ that thing a little bit better so the frequencies aren't interfering with everything and it has a chance to stick out in the mix. What level should your audio be before you start mastering? And it can depend on if you're sending it to a mastering engineer. Maybe they have a specific level that they're looking for. Certain online AI mastering will have different levels that they're looking for. Landr Studio recommends for your audio to be -6 dB for the best quality. So you might want to aim for -6 dB on your final mix down. If you're using Landr Studio, it's not required. You can have it higher, you can have it lower if you want, but they say if you go for -6 dB, it gives them lots of headroom to play with to get the best master. All right, so I have all my masters here. You can see I have pre-master, balanced, warm, and open. So pre-master is just my exported, and I've kind of normalized it, tried to bring the level up so it's close to the mastered version, just so when I switch through these, it doesn't sound overly obvious. But that's just a volume thing. I didn't use a limiter or anything like that. I just increased the volume so it was similar to the mastered version. So let's just go through, and I'm going to switch between these as I play it back, and you can hear the difference between the balanced, warm, open, and the pre-mastered audio.
We dream, now filled with terror. I think we can make a difference. Light
All right, so whatever one you prefer for the track that you're working on, usually I go between the balanced and the warm, depending on the track, but I have liked the open for certain tracks. It all depends on the vibe of the song. And that's one of the great things about the Landr mastering is it gives you some options so you can match that vibe that you're looking for. Plus you could use a reference track if you really want to. And once you find the one that you like, you can easily distribute through Landr Studio as well. You would just hit the distribution tab there and you can upload the track that you want to release. And that's going to get your music onto Spotify, Amazon, all of the online streaming sites, so people have a chance to find your music and listen to it. Another place that I highly recommend that you upload your music to every time you finish a mastered track, or even while you're working on a track, you can put it there, and that's Bandcamp. And you can click the video on the screen right there where I walk through how to get your music onto Bandcamp and how to customize your profile to make it fit in with the vibe that you're going for with your music. Now, if you liked this video that you just watched, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. For Audio Tech TV, I'm Zane. Keep creating. Fist bump. Thumbs up.